The following content documents a patient experience with UK legal cannabis-based prescription medication. This video is strictly for educational and informational purposes. I am not a medical professional. Always consult your doctor or a medical expert for advice. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a few days and I've had a chance to try out all the medications. So it's time to talk about some final thoughts. First up, we've got Mamedica, with high society is £6 a gram. It's stated as the cultivator is 3PL Ventures on the packet. It's listed as Avant for the grower on Mamedica's website. And all I know is that for the price to performance levels, I'm very happy with this one. I highly recommend you all get it, except for the fact that when I went to look earlier today, they seem to have run out. So if your clinic happens to have some, I definitely recommend it. It's a very weird one to describe, personally. It's got a very strong, musky scent. It's a sort of dank, musky, funky, gassy sort of smell. I'm not particularly familiar with biscotti as a strain, so I can't say whether or not this is heavy on that lineage. But it's a smell that at first I wasn't particularly fond of, and now I frankly love, because every time I open that bag, as small as it is now, it makes me happy. It's just some really good medication that soothes the mind, gives a sort of euphoric uplift, and it's just good medication. I wouldn't use it for your first one of the day, and I wouldn't use it for your last one at night. But to get you through that middle patch, what a fantastic example of medical flower. Next up, we've got green Karat with Supreme Diesel at £6.50 a gram. This is one where I opened it and initially that smell wasn't impressive. It didn't smell particularly diesely, it didn't smell particularly strong, it was just a bit underwhelming. However, I'm glad to report that after consuming it, it performs a lot better than it smells. After a few days, there is a bit more of that diesely smell prevalent, but it's still a bit muted. However, effects-wise, it's got just what I need. It's not a couch lock, but it gives a strong sort of calming effect, both in body and in mind. Taste, it's not the best. It's alright, but effect is where it is for me. For the price, at £6.50 a gram, I'm not going to argue too much with this one. I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't go recommending it as it's a must-get diesel. It's just cost-effective medication. And now, Mamedica again, with Purple Punch at £6 a gram. On the bag and on the website, this is listed as the cultivator as Meds Cannabis, which I've had some bits from them before, and they were alright for the price. So with this one, I'm happy to report it's alright for the price too. It's not blow your socks off, not amazing, but it's a damn sight better than a lot of the rubbish you'll find on medical. This particular one was sadly very close to its expiry date, meaning that it was rather overly dry. However, there was still a pleasant amount of taste, it wasn't overly harsh, and considering its age, I was rather impressed. It had a very grape, berry sort of dominant taste and smell, with a sort of musky backing. Effects-wise, I found it to be a nice sort of daytime uplift. It's pleasant, and it allows you to be productive. It's not going to couch lock you out for the day. So at £6 a gram, I'd certainly look at getting it again if there was a fresher batch. And finally, 4C Labs, Zkittlez Fuel, £6.25 a gram. Grown by Auxly, a company new to medical I believe, I wasn't sure what to expect from this one. Well, turns out I should expect some misidentification, because this one has zero fuel. What it does have, however, is lashings of tropical tastes. It really should just be called Tropical Skittles, because that's all I get from this. It's layers of guava, papaya and sweet tart, delicious fruit, and there's just no funky gas at all, which I was expecting gas, but I'm not mad, because wow, at the price point, this is fresh, tasty and very delightful to consume. It's got an uplifting, sort of energising effect, I find, and it's really pleasant. There's only one downside, that being that the effects for me last half an hour to 40 minutes. Part of that will be because I've got a very high tolerance, and part of that will probably be then Skittles genetics. It's just famous for not quite having that impact that some of your heavier strains do. However, if you're just looking for that nice daytime strain that's got a good taste to it and gives you a sort of head clearing effect, I highly suspect this is going to be the one for you. It's probably not going to blow your head off. It's not going to be, wow, that's some 1010 flour, but I'd happily recommend it to people as a budget option because it's just pleasant, clean, fresh, full of trichomes, just not quite finished right. Under the microscope, I found plenty of trichomes inside and out, but were mostly intact. But from what I can see, there's quite a few of them that are still clear, leading me to think it might have been cropped and cured just a little bit less than was desired. I really can't wait to see what a second batch of this looks like from Auxly. So there we have it. Another week, another 4 strains, and I'm quite happy. Whilst none of these will blow your socks off 10-10 amazing, at the price points, they all get a pass. They could be improved. This could have a nicer taste initially. This could be less muted. This could be less dry. And this could be finished just a little better. But, for the price points, I'm happy with them all. And the winner for the week, it's definitely the Zkittlez Fuel, because that freshness is something that I've just not seen on Medical up till this point. Until next time, it's time to talk.